Hello, my name is Paola Castro. I'm a career advising coach with MoCo and today I'll be interviewing Mr. Sampson.
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
So, tell me about yourself a little bit. What is your role?
My name's Mr. Sampson. I am a PSO officer over at the NCI. That is short for the National Cancer Institute. It's located in Rockville. My background: I am 33 years old. I am of Caribbean descent. Come from a two-parent household. A resident of Silver Spring. Have been so since 11 years old. Pretty much been in the area my whole life. Graduated college in Georgia. So pretty much just been back here, living life, working, and just trying to enjoy.
Thanks for sharing. So, what are the primary responsibilities of your position?
Um,
What are the primary responsibilities of your position?
the primary responsibilities of my job position is to first and foremost the safety of not only the building, but more importantly, the employees and visitors coming into our building. As a PSO officer, my job is to assess any potential threat, screening any potential visitors coming in, whether it's their person or their belongings, to indeed make sure that the safety is upheld in our building.
What motivated you to pursue this career?
I've always had a passion of helping others and assisting others. So this just naturally fell in line with some of my passions. I didn't necessarily think being an officer was going to be my route, but my father, um, Mr. Sampson, or Big OG Sampson, as the kids say, um, he kind of just floated this idea to me, just kind of told me to just take a chance, and that's what I did. I made myself uncomfortable, and I took a chance, and I'm here, and I'm glad that I made that chance and I made that sacrifice because it has been a rewarding career so far.
Can you share any experiences where your education or training directly applied to your work?
Yeah, so within this job, some people get confused and think that it's a regular security job or like a mall security. There is a course, a rigorous year-long certification process that we have to go through in order to be in this field. And a part of that is going through classroom sessions. And in those classroom sessions, we were taught how to assess threats, see what to look for in certain situations. So I feel very prepared. And then, fun fact, my instructor is now my captain. So it's a daily reminder of always being on my P's and Q's while I'm at work. Um, so as far as my day to day, if we have, for example, if we have a visitor coming in, my job is to one, welcome them to the building and let them know they're going to be subject to screening. What that looks like is, for example, we all like to travel. When you're going to TSA to go to the airport, you have to check your belongings, you have to go through screening. It's pretty much the same process. We're looking for any weapons, give them the speech, and if they do not want to comply, then we politely ask them to leave the building. But most times, people comply because they're there for business reasons.
Are there any specific areas of your field that you're interested in exploring further through education or training?
Yes, so I'm actually am interested in becoming a supervisor within my own field. I've only been currently working in this current position roughly about 2 years, but why limit yourself? I've already just piggybacking on my ability and my likeness for assisting and helping others. I would just want to take that next step into leadership. And there are classes and certain certifications that I would need to obtain in order to become a supervisor of a security site.
What do you consider your greatest strengths and weaknesses as a professional?
I think my greatest strength as a professional kind of goes back to my athletic days of being quote unquote coachable. I feel as though that it parallels into the job world as far as my managers and my supervisors being able to depend on me, whether that is calling me in early for shifts or asking me to stay later for shifts because they know I can get the job done. As far as my weaknesses, I think a lot of the times for me myself, I put a lot of pressure on myself just to not only stand out and to be recognized, but just to make sure that I'm striving to make sure I do the best job that I do. Then sometimes that trickles in when I see other people not living up to that certain expectations that I put on myself. It makes me frustrated. So I could say that's a weakness that I have of myself. Um, is necessarily caring a little bit too much about what others got going on, but that's just the natural sense of me and how I am.
How do you approach working with colleagues or clients with different communication styles?
See, that's a big one. In the security field, communication is big. Every day we have to write down our report as far as what we did for the day. It's called a 139. So pretty much we walk in, it's documented to the T of every 2 hour rotations of what we're doing, what we witnessed, and what we saw. As I referenced earlier, if we have visitors coming into the building, they don't know where they're going a lot of the time. So we have to effectively communicate. One, you have to go through the screening process in order to enter our building, and two, direct them to where it is that they need to go. It's a big building, but that doesn't give us the excuse of at least not knowing where these visitors are need to head. So it's our job and our responsibility to find where these employees or visitors are needed to be headed for their safety and also our own.
How do you stay flexible and adaptable in the face of unexpected obstacles or setbacks?
That's a very good question. I feel like I stay flexible by just looking at it as a positive lens, as far as like if my managers are coming to me with a problem, that means one, they trust me and they value my opinions and they know the job's going to get done. So just already relieving myself of that stressor to know that they have the confidence to come to me in the first place helps me be more flexible and relaxed to do whatever topic or whatever command is set of me to do. As far as with conflicts, it's not too many conflicts because we are the ones that are the authoritative. But if there is a situation where there's conflicts to arise, I do still believe I will be able to be flexible and effectively communicate to either as an employee that has employee conflict or employee visitor conflict, or if it's a visitor having some issues with the way we're doing things with our protocols. Either way, I'm confident that we can get through that.
How do you balance your work's responsibilities with personal life?
Honestly, I have a great fiance who helps me keep everything the main thing. And with my job and with our personal life, we kind of run on a tight kind of schedule. It is flexible because life be life in, but we we try to stay on topic and we try to stay on time. And I think especially with this job, that how rotation and being punctual with your time has really helped me in my personal life and kind of introducing that into everyday life. Just being punctual, being on time, having a plan, having goals, all those things all go hand in hand.
What was your dream job when you were in middle or high school, and how did that change over time?
Well, middle and high school, fun fact, I am 6'8". Yes, I am a tall human being. Constantly get asked, do you play basketball? All the time. So middle school, high school, like any kid, I'm sure as kids watching this who are playing sports or playing basketball, my dream was to make it to the NBA or play professional basketball of some level. Now eventually, obviously, clearly, that didn't pan out, and that's okay. I don't have any regrets of my playing days. I believe that I gave it all that I God's ability gave me, but I don't hold any regrets. Um, Basketball or just athletics in general has taught me so much and prepared me for this particular job as far as being accountable, being on time, being able and having the ability to communicate and work with others from different ethnicities and backgrounds. All of those things in my playing career has helped prepare me into being the best human first that I can be. That's also being the best officer that I can be.
What's the best piece of advice you've ever been given?
The best piece of advice that I've ever been given was from my college coach, Coach Rosine. He said, get 1% better. He said, the end goal is always 100%, and that's what everyone focuses on. Nobody focuses on that 1% daily. So to break it down, if every day you have a goal for yourself and you have checklists and you have check marks, if you're, let's say you have 5 check marks that you want to check off for your day as your daily goals, whether it's you want to work out, you want to be a better son, be a better daughter, be a better teammate, be a better student, get your assignments done, whatever your personal goals is, how can you achieve that? And how can you hold yourself accountable to that? Not looking at the big goals as far as what your end goal is, but how are you going to get to your end goals? How are you going to methodically, day by day, get to where you're going? So the key is to get 1% better, and that'll eventually equal up to your 100%. Don't skip the baby steps. The baby steps matter.
Thank you.
You're welcome.